Hey there, everybody. This is Joey from Mangalodon, joined by Jake,
What's going on?
and we have a few things to discuss today. We wanted to talk about upcoming anime, manga, and our expectations and hopes for a couple of these things. So, on the list, of course, we have uh, Hiro Mashima's new manga, which is maybe related somehow to Fairy Tail, still to be seen. We have, what's her name?
Shinobu Otaka's Orient. She's the person who made Magi.
Miss Moggy,
Yep.
aka. And of course, we have Code Geass, which I'm very excited for and
Me
want
too. Me too.
to rewatch Code Geass for.
Yeah, seriously. Let's start off with talking about the Fairy Tales sequel.
Eden Zero.
Yeah, it's called Eden Zero. There's a little bit of art release for it. I gotta say, it seems like Fairy Tail literally just ended, and this has already come in, but it's to be expected. They probably really wanted him to start something new.
He's got to make a living somehow.
Yeah, well, I'm sure he's already raking in plenty from Fairy Tail as it is, but anyways, I just want to talk about firstly the main dude that has the colored art. Let's just be real. He looks like Natsu with black hair.
It's Gray's and Natsu's child.
Literally. It's probably how it happened. And so, honestly, it's kind of uninteresting. I really his art's great. His art's freaking awesome, and it's a cool looking character. But just the fact that it literally looks like Natsu, you have to wonder: is this some kind of alternate dimension? Is this a sequel and it takes place in the future? There's got to be some sort of reason why this is literally
And
Natsu.
the girl, I mean, I see a lot of Lucy in her. I
Yeah,
can't
yeah,
really think otherwise. I mean, his art is pretty good. Like Levy and Wendy and Urza, they don't look anything alike or anything. This looks a lot like Lucy,
loose.
and I can't like see past it. It just looks like she had a bit of a design change after like a time skip, where like she
Yeah.
put on a different outfit or something and did something with her hair.
Not to mention she has the heart on her necklace, and the heart was Lucy's thing. That doesn't help at all.
So
Don't get me wrong, pretty looking character. You don't really get a lot of personality from the picture so far. She just looks like she's kind of peppy
a
and
girl.
a girl, has big tits. That's about it so far. Both the arts look great. If it has any connection to Fairy Tail, which it seems like it does, I'm sure it's gonna be popular. But I'm not gonna be jumping towards it. I might check it out when I get the chance.
I'm I have low expectations going into this. I don't like how Fairy Tail ended. I feel like there's a lot of things that he did that just are is counterintuitive to the story, and it ended how pretty much every big arc and fight ends in Fairy Tail. So hopefully,
Disclaimer: both of us really loved Fairy Tail for the first, 100 or so episodes, and then, we both kind of agree it just didn't go a favorable direction towards the end.
it's a lot of fan service, and I can get down with some fan service every once in a while, but it's nonstop and it's a little tiring. Like I just want to see some good art, some good fights, some good storytelling. I don't need Lucy being naked every 20 pages. I don't know.
It just takes away from
The
the story.
seriousness.
Yeah,
It's kind of hard to take it serious when basically all it is friendship, one shots, and
and
naked
tits.
girls.
Yeah.
So
Which I never thought I would complain about, but here we are.
seriously.
Anyways, why don't we move on to our next one, Orient by Shinobu Ohtaka. So, Shinobu Ohtaka is the creator of Magi. Magi is super successful. It's somehow still waiting on a third season, but definitely a really well-selling manga. I think it was in the top 10 last year. Magi just ended last October, so it's been, what, 7 months-ish? So a decent amount of time to start a new project. Anyways, let's look at this art of it. So, on the article, it says that this fantasy series takes place during Japan's Warring States period, where Japan is ruled by blank. a 15-year-old boy named Musashi will stand up to Blank, the person ruling Japan, with the help of a certain power. And you see, he's got a sword and some crazy-looking red crystals growing behind it, which, for one, this art just looks so sick. What do you think, Joey?
I mean, she's pretty fantastic at drawing.
Yeah,
So
especially coloring. It's so bright, it's so magical looking. I mean, it has so much of Nagi's style in it already,
everything
which,
that she draws though is pretty nice. Like when she does the cartoony little characters.
yeah, she's
Uh,
great at just changing up her style
so
like that. What I take from this picture is that it says fantasy and you see the crystals, so there's definitely going to be some sort of element of maybe not necessarily magic, but something fantasy-like. Um, and the sword suggests that, like, I think it's going to be like a magic-based real world, if you get what I'm saying. Like, like if you know Rurouni Kenshin, that kind of world, but if you added in some sort of fiction, some magic to spice it up, and I think that'd be so sick.
and with like this gem thing, right? Like this giant
Yeah,
crystal thing behind him.
yeah,
That could be like a lot of different things. Like that could be some kind of indication that gems are important in this world, or like maybe that's
right,
like a very
yeah,
important one, or maybe that's his and it has something to do with weapons, or maybe like gems can turn into things. I mean,
yeah.
all
There's so
speculation.
much. And one thing I want to comment on too is the title, Orient. If you look at Magi, Magi is directly related to what the story is about. It's about the Magis of the world, and the main character is one. Orient has a lot to do with direction, and I can only see this as being very Rurouni Kenshin inspired, which is about a guy who kind of wants to leave his past behind and start new, find a new direction. Considering this seems to have a lot of connection to that, I have a feeling this character, he looks like he's kind of confident on his own, so maybe he'll be helping other people find their direction or helping the the warring states of Japan find their direction, become oriented in some sort of way, or even this crystal power could be called someone's Orient. I think it's going to be really interesting to find out what the title really means.
When does this start up?
Uh, Actually, one day from now, on May 30th, is when it'll be released um, in Japan. So hopefully it gets translated pretty soon, and we can actually talk about what happens in the chapter. Because I can only say Magi's my favorite manga of all time, and I'll definitely do a discussion on that sometime. I'm super hyped for this. Uh, it looks like it's gonna be just the right amount of like difference. Like she's gonna go away from Magi's style just enough where you have the similarities, but it's really a fresh new start.
It's she does a lot of historical based things too, so it's
Yeah,
always interesting and cool to see.
yeah, I'm really excited for it. And we'll definitely make a video reviewing the first chapter when it's translated. All right, and how about Joey? We lead off with Code Geass.
Code Geass is something you got me into, and I'm very grateful for it. I know what in the manga there's no mechs, right?
In the manga, there are no mechs, but the anime came first.
Got it. So I already like the manga a lot better, but
Yeah,
I'm not a big mech guy, but
never
I
mind.
let Code Geass slide. It was super, just not really about
So
the mechs. It just
yeah,
kind
it's
of
more
had them
about
in
the
there.
characters. Yeah, the mechs honestly were the weakest part though, because the mechs are what got rid of the strategy in it. And if you're gonna ask me, I think less mechs in season three, more strategy. I think that's what everyone loved the most.
Yeah, it's great going from like shonens and things like that, or like comedy shows, to something like this serious. I kind of look at it like Hunter. It's like it's a shonen, but there's a lot more strategy involved than something
Yeah,
like Dragon Ball, where he just gets
yeah,
stronger and has a power up and then wins. But
there's no shame to Dragon Ball at all, but it's nice to have a different change up.
well, that's what
And
I'm saying. Like
yeah,
it's Hunter's a lot different from Yu Yu Hakusho, but you know obviously
Love
Code
both.
Geass is a lot different than Hunter, so
Right.
um, it,
And
it it's very
so
smart.
let's say, yeah, it's super smart. It's really well thought out. The way the characters go are never really disappoint me. All I can say is, I think it'd be crazy to think that Lelouch won't be in it. He's definitely gonna be in it, and there's not a whole lot of like trailers or anything to judge off of, but what would you think the plot would revolve around, considering that it came to a really clean finish after season two?
Uh, Honestly, I have no clue. I can't even speculate anything. I
Yeah,
just
that's
hope
what.
Nina humps the table again.
Yeah, that honestly, I hope that's how it begins and that's how it ends. We can only hope Nina's in it. um, yeah, that's one of the most exciting things about it is just that you really don't know what's going to happen besides Nina humping a table.
I mean, it has to happen. If it doesn't, we're gonna riot.
Yeah, and a lot of people will treat it like season 9 of Scrubs and just say it doesn't exist because it's already complete without it.
It's true.
But anyways, yeah, those are probably the three biggest things we're looking forward to, aside from when Hunter x Hunter gets its anime picked up somehow magically.
Or he
But
decides to make some new chapters.
yeah, more on that later, hopefully. Anyways, yeah, it's been good talking about it. I hope you all are excited for these. You should definitely check out Orient by Shinobu Ohtaka. It's coming out very soon. I guarantee it'll blow you away.
I'm sure we'll have a link in the description to somewhere linking
Definitely.
it or talking about it, discussing it. You'll have to find it yourself because I don't think YouTube's going to allow us to do so. But
We'll find a way to help. Anyways, definitely check back on our channel to see when we discuss the new chapters of all of these. Gonna talk about more anime and manga related topics, so hit that subscribe button if you want to, or just remember to check back. Hope you like this discussion.
see ya.
Later.